Wee. Sweet. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. This is not, do I not have sound? Soundy, soundy, sound? There's no sound. Why is there no sound on this? Why is there no sound? There it is. Oh. Jesus. Is it really like that? Has it really been like this the whole time? This is so... I don't know, but this is crazy. What about this? Is this better? Do. Is this better? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, well that's messed up. I wonder if it's been... I wonder if it's been dead the whole time I've been doing this, or this just happened. Oh well. Well, here we go. Maybe. Wow. So, is it really doing that to me right now? Is it really doing that to me? I don't want the chat docked. I want the chat in there. Okay. I got chunky hair too. I got chunky hair. I got chunky hair, no less. Wow. All right. All set. My hair's chunky. Why am my hair chunky like this? I don't like this new hairspray at all. I don't like this. Alrighty. Whee! All right. So I need to pop this back up, though. That's what I need to do. Hello. Okie dokie. All right. I might as well do this thing while I'm on here, right? I think that's a good plan. Interesting. Interesting. Wahahaha. Everyone. And of course my camera's frozen. Sweet. Come on, camera. Camera. Come on, little camera. There we go. Back again. Better not do it again, though. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's put this over here. Search. My matrix. Let's see. Input. I need to forward that. Okay. Did we really do this? Yes, we really did. I gotta forward that. And then the link is in for pictures somewhere else. Forward this. Kevin. Tropical Kevin. Please see attached. It is attached. We got an attachment there. And we gotta do this and this and this and that, and I don't want to do that. Okay. I'm gonna open it on. Oh, I texted it, so it should be on my desktop that way. Wow. Is Gabe Owners a good source? I'm not familiar with Gabe Owners. Hold on. Let me look. Let me Google. Is that a person? It's the thing. I gotcha. I got you. All right. And Dixon Myaz, yeah. I mean, an investing strategy. I haven't particularly, well, investment strategy. I don't know. I don't know about an investment strategy. I mean, investing in, I don't know. Depends on how you think about investing. What you want to invest in. Like, investing in a good time. Got me with one I didn't really know about. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Alright, let's get back to... Let's get back to actually working. Let's get back to actually working. Let's do a list. Shared with me. Can I select multiple? One selected. Alright, come on now. This is a really nasty house, that's for sure. How do I select multiples, though? Okay, here we go. That's it. Now I'm getting it down. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right. Clicky clicky clicky. Click 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 click. Click click. Lots of pictures. 319, that was yesterday. Download pictures. Oh, don't zip it. That's crazy. Whatever. It zipped it. Fine. Fine, it zipped it. That's fine. Whatever. Unzip it. Do 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 do. Whoop. Zip. Okay, unzipped. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna do a new thing. Right here. We're gonna do residential. Oh, I didn't know and I could do that. I can do that, can't I? Property ID. Let's go back to another tab. Let's duplicate. Duplicato. Duplicato. And what is this house even? Goodness, goodness. This is fun. It's like I'm a dang listing agent or some junk. I'm not used to this stuff. You know? Having listings and such. I don't even know what this house is. What is this house again? Court. Court. There it is. Results. Map. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome. I'm doing some meaningless tasks at the moment until everyone gets excited and starts asking me questions. You know? Boop, boop, boop. You have a family member who wants me to assume mortgage so they don't have to move and turn in. Oh? Interesting. Putting us in transfer of death sale. So I would talk to an estate attorney. I would put it in a trust. Trust sounds better to me. Trust. Put it in a trust. Because then the trust can have additional controls. Such as what happens when the mortgage isn't paid. Or you know? That's what I would do. For sure. That would be the better way. Talk to a state attorney, have a trust established, and then put the house in the trust, and then go about all those things that way. Also, like, there are some tax purposes for that too, so talk to an accountant also, but yeah, I mean, revocable, talk to the estate attorney about and a revocable versus unrevocable. Because it depends. That would really, I guess, determine if you wanted them to be able to back out or if not, right? Like irrevocable would mean like everyone's locked into this situation, which may be more beneficial if there's a mortgage involved, right? To your benefit if you're taking over. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's a much better vehicle than just doing other stuff, for sure. For everyone's safety and benefit. You could establish a little bit more clarity of the situation that way. Right. That's why irrevocable trust. So that's your concern, then you do an irrevocable trust. So. Right. I think that would be the right way to do things. And plus, when the house is in a trust, if there's these things like maintenance needed or whatever, right? Somebody, you can also assign like people that are there can still hire contractors. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more functional purposes involved too as it goes along, right? You can split some roles in the trust. The attorney can write it that way too. You know. That's the most appropriate. That's the most appropriate vehicle for that situation for sure. What state is it? Where are you? I may know an estate attorney. I know lots of estate attorneys because I just, you know, I'm familiar with, you know. You're in Ohio. I'll text somebody and ask. What part of Ohio? Like closest to? Actually, no, they don't know. I'm sorry. That's not in their area. But, no, I don't know anybody there. But, like, literally anywhere in the southern, like, California to North Carolina, the southern side, I know. So, I probably gotta end. You know? That's nice of you to do for your family. But again, protect yourself as you're doing it, for sure. I agree with that. Fully. I agree with that fully. Getting ready to purchase my primary residence. My plan is to get an investment property afterwards. Very good. A lot of investment lenders will want you to have a primary residence established before they give you investment property lending. So that's a good idea, for sure. What's the best way to do? Hi, Jonathan. How are you? The beautiful, the bold, the courageous. Can we do a courageous? The brash? No, not brash. So, yes. Okay, fine. I'll take brash too. Best way to do it. So, purchasing the primary residence or purchasing the investment property afterwards? That's a difference. That's a difference, you know. Investment. Oh, the investment afterwards. Okay. Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. It depends on how hands-on you want to get, right? So you can just buy a rental property. And if you just want to buy a rental property, the best way to start off would be to do a DSCR mortgage, which would be a debt service coverage ratio mortgage. And basically, the debt service coverage ratio means that the debt mortgage would be covered by the rent of the property. So that's how they qualify those mortgages for landlords. They will verify your credit just to make sure you're not like Like, not an intense credit thing, because it's not really about your personal profile. It's just about that you're not a scumbag. And then they use the financials of the income potential of the property to qualify that mortgage. But again, part of checking your credit, also they want to know that you have a primary residence, because if you don't have a primary residence, most likely then this investment property will be your primary residence. If you don't have a place to live, then, you know, and you buy a property, most likely you're probably going to live in it. So that's what they would check on your person, right? That you have a primary residence and credit, just to make sure that you're not owing people money. That's the second option. Second option would be to do a hard money loan. Hard money lending, still same thing as far as credit and primary residence as the DSCR, but hard money loans would be for flipping. Is my camera really frozen again? Why is this doing this the second time? Second time. Sorry about that. Camera. There we are. Sorry about that. Okay. So it'd be a hard money loan. And then, when you're done with the hard money loan, you've finished flipping the property, then you can refinance into a DSCR once you put tenants in. Was it a good pose? I don't know that it was a good pose, but I appreciate you saying that. There's always some technological issues. I wish I just had a little assistant that could do the camera and do all the technology stuff, so I could just walk in here and, you know what I mean? What is someone with only $110,000 to paid off property going to do for long-term income? I would say that you buy rental properties. Buy rental properties, because they appreciate and you get the rental income. And you just keep buying rental properties. That would be my thought. That would be my thought for sure. Boop. Do we really have a CPA in here? Holy cow. That's the first time we've had a CPA in here. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy. You know, I would have thought that we would have had a CPA in here before, but that's okay. Hi. How are you? Like, I get all sorts of people. Attorneys, mortgage lenders, other realtors, all sorts of stuff. And I always like throw out, I'm not a CPA, but you should talk to a CPA, right? So I've always wondered, and I actually just said it a couple minutes ago. So you're just on your way to Hobby Lobby? Okay, cool. Cool. So, yeah, so I always wondered why TikTok hasn't thrown a CPA in here before, because it throws in mortgage lenders and all that other stuff, but it's never thrown in a CPA. And estate attorneys just want to talk about things. So, where are you at? Where are you located? You know? Boo. Where's your Hobby Lobby? Meet me at the Hobby Lobby. You're in LA? Cool. Very cool. I know lots of California peoples, actually. I know lots of California people come in here. For sure. Not at this particular moment today for whatever reason, but that's all good. You only do the tax relief stuff, or you do other types of CPA things? Oh, really? Someone messaged you on Bigger Pockets? Yeah. I mean, again, that's what I was just saying. The algorithm, I'm surprised the algorithm hasn't put a CPA in here before. It's showing you real estate stuff, yeah. Bigger Pockets is a good website, but literally someone was just asking me about taking over someone in their family's house. What do I do? And I was like, well, I think you put it in a trust, and then you should talk to a CPA and a estate attorney about putting in a trust, the tax implications of that, and So, anyways, Is FHA a good thing? For sure. For sure. FHA programs are a great way to get started in homeownership. Absolutely. Take down the island. I love my island. I love it. I love my island. What? You've been such a big fan of the island all these days that you come in. Why are you not a fan of the island anymore? What happened? Did I miss something in the news? Boo-boo-boo. Didn't miss nothing in the news? I don't think so. I think I know everything. Do. You still have the FHA loan on the fourplex you bought like 12 years ago? So you know real estate investments. Look at you having a quadplex. Look at you. Do you do that kind of work, Logan? Real estate investor. You said you're on Bigger Pockets. I gave you a follow. I may need to send some people to you. For sure. Yeah? Yeah. Cool. I'm all about sending people stuff. Typical realtor. How's that? How is it typical? How is it typical? Hi, Matt. How are you? Boo-boo. Thank you for liking the live. Ivan. I don't know if that was an accident. You had your alarm on just for me? Ooh. Thank you for the heartbeat. Mountains has a short-term rental in Joshua Tree. Actually. Boo-boo-boo-boo-boo. Thank you for liking the live. And it offsets their W-2 income. Yeah. You can do a lot of cost tag on there. Woof. Got me this, what? Do you have an Airbnb yet? Do you have any availability? Mountains? Just kidding. Oh, hearts. I got you. 69 taps, thank you. Reported for scams. I mean, that's not up to me. I'm not tapping the screen. So. What's up, Drew? What's your deal? Hi, how can you show seller proof that you're legit? One more time, Matt. Third time's the try. Or does it not? Maybe it blocks that. It may block that third time. I got 2 misspellings. How can you show that you're legitimate? There you go. It came through. What exactly are you trying to do with the seller? How many for did they or not, please? What? How many for did or they or not? I don't know what that means. The deal, the last one I sent you. I think so. I think, yeah, it's in foreclosure. I think it's supposed to go up for auction in April. So time sellers ask if you can show proof. I don't know what they're... the 103. Yeah. Yep. I think it's supposed to go up for auction in April. So it should be a good candidate, yes. So, Ivan, I would say if they're asking you for proof, something in your pitch is not correct. Because I don't typically encounter needing proof. They're suspicious of you for some reason. So you need to build a little more trust, I think. That would be my recommendation, because I don't know exactly what proof, like, that you would necessarily need. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Don't ask the seller, because the seller's never going to tell you anything. You didn't see any contact information? I would say always knocking on the door is always a good thought process, for sure. But let me see. Let me go back in my DMs that get the address. Hold on a second. Back in the DMs. Like, you're a real estate investor. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Ivan. I also think that I don't know how this. I'm saying that there's something else going on that's causing this question to come up, because this question doesn't come up typically in the way I do things. So I don't know. I don't understand how this came up. Like, how did they come from? Where did they come from? Where did they come from? So, oh, your mortgage is at 275. Favorite whiskey? My favorite whiskey is the Kirkland brand whiskey, for sure. Should I refinance now or in a few months? When? I think you should start talking now. You can, like, do a pre-approval. The rate isn't locked until you actually, like, go for contract. I would start the conversation now and go that way. So the mortgage is $275. I don't know. What do you want to do with the mortgage, though? What could you do? I mean, you can keep your mortgage, paying your mortgage, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. And if you need a licensed mortgage lender, there's a link in my bio, and I can set you up with one, too. So, you do wholesale, but I want to get sellers confidence. Yeah, I think you give them confidence by being professional. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand, like, where are these people coming from? Because if you have found them out, like, cold calling wise, then the answer is, how do you think I found your information? How do I think I found you? How do I think I found your house? Like, obviously I know what I'm doing because I found you. And then if they were inbound to you, like, if they were inbound to you, come on, really? Camera, really? Third time? I don't even have the camera plugged in. Now it's doing this. I don't do boxes because I stream on multiple channels. Bonnie. I'm not just on TikTok. Really? Sorry, hold on. Everything's good? Oh, it's just me. Okay, anyways. So, yeah, I don't do boxes because I'm streaming on multiple platforms at the same time, so nobody would be able to hear you on the other platforms, so. Oh, I forgot. Back in the DM, sorry. It's just like realtors, they got a website. I mean, in my wholesale operations, I don't use this website because this is just about wholesaling, like getting other wholesalers. I don't even typically send people to a website. Again, I don't understand. I think if you're a professional and know what you're talking about, then on this channel, Bonnie, I'm on multiple platforms. So the answers, you can ask your question, but I'm not doing boxes, no. Do. What am I doing? Mountains. Okay. Do. Really? It logged me out? I've only been logged in for like 5 minutes. 200 comments? Whoa! Crazy. Yeah, so that's what I would say, honestly. Is be professional. It'll all be okay. I don't think you need to do... I think you don't need to do too much. Because if you talk about the house knowledgeably and the situation and what you're going to do, then that's the whole point, you know? It's not like... It's also not like house flippers don't really have websites all the time either. So, like, landlords don't have websites. Private landlords don't have websites. Private house flippers don't have websites. They just close the deals. So, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, and don't let it prevent you from starting and locking up deals. Alternatively, also. Boop, boop. All right. Let's see. All right. So I went, Matt, in the Matt, if you're listening still, I went in my MLS tools and I got you our contact information for you. And then I basically, like, reach out, send an email like, hey, I'm a local real estate investor, just came across your house. I really would like it as a rental. I know that you guys are having a problem, all that good stuff. And then if they respond at all, then follow it up with a door knock. Like, hey, I really want your house as a rental. What's the best deal I've done in the past 12 months? In the past 12 months, was 55, but like for personal, I had a little bit of a rough personal year last year, so I was a little half the year not really super operational, so. Is the quadplex, Logan, the only thing that you have? Yeah, you could, actually. And you know what? As of today, you say your name? Hi, Mont, what's up? As of today, I've actually hired additional team members to do nationwide sales. So if you lock up a deal, then I can find a buyer for you everywhere. I don't know if you need to show your driver's... I think you're doing too much. You're doing too much. Still, Ivan. I think you're still overthinking it and still doing it too much. You need their driver's license for title purposes. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about bringing on... Yes. That's correct, Mont. I just got Well, one person I moved, like the real dispositions person, I moved from doing my deals to virtual because he's already kind of virtual, and then I have add another team member to manage it all, everything. So, link in bio. You can submit your deal. Link in bio, and we will take care of it for you. Are all the people licensed or no need? So they're those people, dispositions people are not licensed. It's still all run under me, who is licensed though. They're just acting as me on my behalf. So, can I show 2 deals? They have 15 days left for contract to finish. You can go to the link in my bio, and you can submit them there. And it's 50-50. So we just need to determine. I mean, I don't know what the deal. I don't know what 50-50 of what. I don't know what the. We have to analyze the deal, and we'll like tell you what we can do, what you want. It's basically what assignment fee do you want, like dollar amount, like, and then we determine what we can do, what it's real, because we're not gonna take your numbers, right? Assignments? Yes. Or we possibly may double close on your behalf too. Can you sell it? What do you mean, can you sell it and earn full commission? Through my name? No. I have to be in control if it's in my name. No. Right. I have to be in control. That's the whole thing about... One big thing about wholesaling is that you need to be a principal in the transaction in order for it to be compliant, right? Because if I'm not a principal in the transaction, then I'm acting as a realtor, which I am, but I don't, you know, I'm not licensed all across the country. So there's certain ways to keep me compliant, and that is the way. So that's like, again, you said assignments. That's another thing. Like, it may not be 50-50 because if I have to pay the double close cost, then I'm not like, I'm not taking on all the expenses and like still giving you, right? So that's just how that works. I don't know. I have to see the deal. I have to see the deal. Be reasonable. I'm a reasonable guy. I'm a reasonable guy, but also I'm doing work, so. You can get nationwide, but you have to do every single state and every single test and pay all the fees all across the country and all that fun stuff. So, in the DM, if you want, you can DM me, sure. Just let me know when you do so I don't stop my music for a long period of time. Sure. For one of your buyers, am I going to pay a fee or are you just going to connect me? Yes, we're going to split the deal. We would do like we would do a JV agreement, a joint venture agreement. We would split the deal. Because again, I have to be compliant, I have to be in the deal on paper. So yep. Well, so there's some states that require you to be licensed to wholesale, but then there's also workarounds, like if you double close them, all that fun stuff. Like, so again, it depends on this. Each state has different law. The states that have licensing laws have very specific criteria, but then it's just yes. Only assignment. There's some states that you can't do only assignment on. So, right. But you could do your assignment, and then you could JV it with me, and then I could double close it on in other states too. That's what I'm saying. Alabama, I believe not. No. In Missouri, no. It's really like North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Ohio, I think are really the three right now, if I remember correctly. So. Oh, Iowa too. Yep. Yep. Can you buy a home with a 2-year-old repo? You make $100,000 a year? I think it's possible if a lot of other stuff lines up, right? If your debt to income is still solid, if you have down payment, possibly. FHA programs are getting a little more lenient, supposed to be more lenient on credit score as of lately in the last few months. So they're certainly possible. It's just a real estate license. Yeah, it's just a regular real estate license. Links to get a real estate license are also in my bio. So, you can only send one. Oh, yeah, because... Yes, yes. Okay. And they got disputed. Where do I get deals? I get deals from... oh, I don't like that it did this. I get deals from public data sources like pre-foreclosures, code violations, pre-probates, things like that. So... Okay. Boo, boo, boo. Do. I gotta do all this signing in. Like area. Oh. Areas. My primaries are Florida and Massachusetts. I also work Texas, Atlanta, or yeah, Georgia and North Carolina. You want to get them, sell them fast. That's why you want my help. Yeah. I don't do really long. Like, I normally do like a 14-day inspection period. And if I get to day 10, I get a little, not excited about it, so. Zanesville? That's my name is Zane. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, let's look it up. You're in Tampa? Cool, I'm in Fort Myers. That's interesting. I do get stuff, and yeah, just say Tampa, and just say Tampa, and your number. You're only buying in that area, basically. House, buy, sell, rent. I don't know what that means, Michael. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. House, buy, sell, rent. Yes to all of them, I guess. Yes to all of them. Yeah, he said flips, Tampa. Buying sub twos. What do I look for in a man? I think... okay. Not currently looking, my friend. Let's see. What are you looking for, Bryson? I'm open to some area. Pinellas, Pasco, prefer Tampa, less problems county. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Are you okay with flood zones? That's a big thing for y'all up there lately now. It's weird with all this land. The first one in Zanesville. Thank you for tapping the screen. I'm looking at who's Ivan's deals right now. Cause like the houses next door don't have all that land behind it. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you for tapping the screen, everybody. What's the square footage? Never mind. 1884. Flood Zone X. Aww. No A, no AE. Come on, you know you want an A or an AE too, don't you? Just a little AE too, maybe? Why doesn't it have any of this correct? It's so crazy. I wonder. Ba 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 ba. Thank you for liking the live. Appreciate that. It has nothing in here. That says half an acre too. Yeah, it is half an acre. Is that half an acre? Will houses get any cheaper anytime soon? No, I think we've plateaued. We've dipped a little bit, and I think we've plateaued in the dip. Now the mortgage rates are kind of going down, so I don't think that prices are going to dip. Thank you for the heart, me too. You know, that's my thought. I don't like that it doesn't have all of this. Stuff available. But oh well. I think it's only going to get more expensive. For sure, it's cheaper today than it will be tomorrow. Every single day. You got 15 days left. Ooh. Where are you marketing them? If I buy with an FHA, can I get approved if I'm over the front end DTI, which is under the 57? I'm not a licensed mortgage lender. That sounds super borderline, though. It sounds super borderline, if I'm honest. You just gonna can you make some more money? I know it's something to say, but can you show more money somehow? Oh. That's why it's not showing anything, because it still thinks it's a piece of land. Alright, there we go. Goodness. Goodness, 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 goodness. Well, all right. How did you come up with the ARV on Zanesville? Because I see that's a problem. What would be a good percentage to put down on home? 15%'s really good. 20%'s even better. But then, you know, if you're not gonna do 20%, then you just do the minimum, like 3.5% on an FHA product or something like that. So, I don't know how on the Zanesville I have a 250 ARV. So, what's the most money buyers buy? What? I don't know what that means. I don't know how you got 235. And where are these marketed? Just out of college, not getting paid much right now, but I have 100K reserves for a 470K duplex. Well, so the thing about that, though, is if you're doing a multifamily on FHA, if you're doing an FHA on a duplex, they'll consider the other rents that the multifamily bring in against your DTI. So they should, that changes the game entirely then. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you have a duplex, then the rent that you're getting from the other side of the duplex goes into your DTI equation. So that should put you under borderline for sure. You should be fine. 30K on rehab. I think that's a big house. I think it needs a little more than 30K too. I think you're closer to 40, 50K rehab on that size of a house. 75% of the rental income. Do you need a degree to get into real estate? Nope, it's just a course. There's a link in my bio for real estate licensing course. That's all you got to do. So, yeah, so the first one, it seems like it's a little high. Not a lot. Sorry. Every time I go back into my TikToks, it's a new things. Bo. Where are you marketing them, Ivan? Thank you for tapping the screen. What places are you marketing these properties currently? So the second one, I think the first one's off for sure. The second one seems better already. Just off the jump. Yeah. 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 Second one seems way better. To me. Same person that has both of them. A landlord on both, it looks like. What is this doing? Why is it being like this? There it goes. Do you know the best way we can calculate the pity most accurately? I mean, like, there's lots of mortgage calculators online. That's really, and if you're talking about a house that's listed, also have a mortgage lender do that too, because that's their job. But to do the calculation yourself, obviously you have the interest rate, you have the purchase price, the taxes and insurance should be in the listing information. So that is what will do that. How much does it cost to get a real estate license? Roughly under $1,000 for the most part. Most of the time, it depends on the state, but typically it's under $1,000. So each state is different. Yeah. Yeah. Again, typically, like, the link that I have in my bio has 40% off sales and stuff like that. So that's what I've used to get my license, and that's what I use to get all my continuing education and stuff. So yeah, it should be in the listing. Yeah, it's in the listing for sure. What state am I in? I am in Florida. What part of Tennessee are you in? What websites do you use that shows the monthly insurance? Well, the MLS should have the insurance on there in the listing. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Insurance, actually, maybe not. I'm sorry. Maybe not. Taxes, definitely. Taxes, definitely. I'm sorry. But the listing agent can ask the seller what their current insurance is. Sometimes they put it, sometimes they don't. And maybe more of a Florida thing too. So, like, in Florida, it's more common that the listing agent asks what the insurance is because we have hurricane stuff and flood stuff, so it can really be varied. But typically they put it in. So, but not like public information, but in the listing, in the confidential parts for agent only access. So. All right. So, Ivan, I'm going to pass these to the team then. So, property with me being my own agent. Whoops. Oh, you're in Florida. I have my license, but it's not active. I'm licensed in Florida. I am licensed in Florida. So, but if you activate it though, then you can use your commission as down payment though. That's allowed most of the time on FHAs too. Right? So, like, the lenders will allow that. And not as like a seller's concession, but as your down payment. So, that's probably, if you have your license already, that's probably a good idea to do that. Activate it. You know? Just hang it with the broker. You don't need to buy the MLS and all that stuff. Just hang it with the, you know, broker. I mean, so like have your broker. Your broker's gonna, right? When you hang your license with the broker, then the broker should help you on your first deal. So. Am I really frozen again? What the heck, man? This is crazy. Pass it to the team. I will pass it to the team for sure. I think the second one for sure. I don't know about the first one. Thoughts on Section 8? Thoughts on Section 8? If you're doing Section 8, then it's probably like going to be your full-time thing. It's hard to... It takes a lot of management to do Section 8 properties. It takes a lot of management. You got lots of tenant stuff. You got lots of extra maintenance. You know, I think that's my thing about Section 8 is it kind of pulls your focus. Kind of pulls your focus away from everything else. So. Ivan, can you do the link in the bio for each one, please? Pretty please. So it goes to my team the correct way. What about flipping? Flipping's good. Flipping's good. Where are you at? Where do you want to do all this at? Thank you. You're in Pennsylvania. Okay. So, Pennsylvania is one of those states, yeah. You're talking about flipping. Yeah. You do Pennsylvania. I think that's good. You just want to start. You just want to start either being a landlord. So, the real thing is, you know, are you familiar with the Burr method? Burr is... The real thing is buying, renovating, renting, refinancing, repeat. So incorporating the flipping and turning it into landlord thing sounds like it's kind of really what you should be doing. So proof of funds. I super rarely get asked for proof of funds, for sure. But if you do get asked for proof of funds, then there is, if you're going to do transactional funding, like a double close, transactional funding qualification gives you a proof of funds letter. So, hi Felixo, thank you. This is my favorite polo, I think. I thought about that today. When I put it on, I'm like, this is my favorite. This is my favorite polo. For sure. Buy land, do flipping, buy land. So, I would not do Section 8 on new builds, because Section 8 can tear up your property. It depends on the tenant. You gotta think, not all Section 8 tenants are super kind to properties because they're not, like, paying for them. And they also aren't paying the security deposit or anything like that, so it doesn't, like, I wouldn't do Section 8 on new build at all. I would put them in flips. I would put them in flips because you gotta renovate. A lot of times on Section 8, you gotta fully renovate in between tenants too. So, Ivan, I can't answer that right now. I don't know. I don't know where we're at. All that good stuff. That's why I said to do the links, and we can give you an answer. Do the links, and I can give you an answer. We're gonna do our best. That's all I know. But I think the second one looks fine. I don't know if I can do the first one. I don't know if I can do the first one, to be honest, at all. It's a fave. Yeah. Thank you. It is a fave. Definitely a fave. Boo, 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 boo. Do, 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 do. Mm, 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 mm. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. How's everybody on this Friday night, though? It's Friday. Well, properly, then you have real proof of funds. But if you don't, then you use transactional funding double closing proof of funds. So, that's properly. Friday, we good? Good, good. Good. I'm good, too. It is Friday. I'm glad y'all are good. I'm glad y'all are good, too. That's some good stuff. We like that. We like that. I just want to check in, make sure everyone's good, too. I think my colors are being weird, though, in the camera. My camera's just being overall weird today. Do, 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 do. Ooh. There we go. Yes. Friday. Looking extra good on Fridays. For sure. Just in time for the weekend. Where I can crash out and not look good. Just be a bum. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not gonna bum out this weekend. I did that last weekend. Do, 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 do. I need a business identity. You have like a LLC? Or are you doing it in your personal... Have you done these in your personal name? That's probably... If you're not doing it in LLC, that probably is the answer to your first question. Actually. If you're buying an LLC, that kind of gives a thing. Do I need it for my site to be able... Oh, no. No, you don't. No. Mm-mm. No. Boo, 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 boo. Got it. Got it. Got him. Got him. Got him. Boo, 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 boo. Fun. Good stuff. Had to be too dapper looking, dressed all nowhere to go. Right. I feel ya. Just, for me, nowhere to go but my office, for sure. If aliens came to Earth, would they rent or would they buy? I think that they would probably rent. I think they would probably rent. There's also like a lot of restrictions on foreign entities buying real estate. So, I don't know that they could buy. I don't know that they could close. So, I think that they wouldn't be able to buy. I think that would be restricted by a closing person. Just because they don't have residency in the United States. So, you know, funny enough. Funny enough. What if they had an amazing credit score? Yeah, that's not about like getting... They would need a loan too? That's not about needing credit. It would be about residency. It would all be about a residency thing. I'm sure that some regulators would have issues with them owning property. So, no, he's thinking actual aliens coming from Earth. Coming from outer Earth. From outside the Earth. Yeah. Yes. So I think there would be some restrictions put in place from outer space aliens buying property. I think that's realistic. I think that's a very realistic thing to think. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fun. Alien questions, real estate questions, all the good stuff. For sure. We like it. We like it a lot. We like the tap in the screen too. That's good stuff. I don't do well on my live stream on Friday because normally people are out doing stuff, doing fun stuff. But that's okay. I'm glad that y'all are here with me. I'm glad that y'all are here with me. For sure. For sure, for sure. Alex! Hi, Alex. How are you? Just as I was feeling lonely, I had a friend come in the live. Nice. Thoughts on market deals? You need to get a large, significant discount that no other investor could get on an on-market deal. That's my thought. Just got home from the rescue? Cool. Very cool. Very cool, very cool, very cool. We like it. How is California life? Actually, earlier in the live stream, I had a CPA in LA. 110 degrees. And he does investment properties. I was like, you know what? It's funny. I've never had a CPA in here before. I'm glad you came through. So I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, again, if you can get a crazy discount, if you can negotiate a crazy discount, sure. There's a time in 2022-ish when we had a hurricane here in Fort Myers where I lived, and there was a flood of, obviously a lot of flooding, but there was a ton of houses that hit the MLS that were flood damaged, hurricane damaged, all that fun stuff. And our team, we were sending out about 100 offers a person on these damaged houses because there was just so much stuff. So of those hundreds, we probably would get maybe 6 to 8 a piece a month. But again, those were like 200,000, 100,000. At some point, like later in, we just started doing like $100,000 off list or nothing kind of thing. So you can use VAs. Off-market deals are always easier to sell, for sure. For sure, for sure. That's fun. Yeah, 100 offers a month. It was a real fun time in my life, for sure. For sure, for sure. And then also you had realtors just absolutely hating you for sending $200,000 off of list offers. You should see some of the stuff I got from them. But I'm like, hey, sorry, there's hundreds of other damaged houses on the market right now. So, too much inventory. How much capital would you have saving up? I would not invest any capital until you do a deal. Haters be hating on me. That's true. I mean, right. Lock up a deal. You gotta lock in. Yes, locking in. Locking in, cold calling, and all that good stuff. For sure. We all like locking in. I've been locked in the last few weeks. It's draining to be locked in, for sure. You know? There's a link in my bio. Propwire.com is a free resource to find property data. You could say things like pre-foreclosures and pre-probates, other things like that. That's a good way to start. And yeah, start working deals off of raw property data. Yeah, you may have to pay to skip trace, or door knock is free, but try to be as light. Like if you do like a skip tracing site for $20 a month, something like that, just work the deals free, and it gets up your seller conversation skills. Then spend some capital once you've like done a deal, and your skill set's there. Then put capital in for sure. Yes, pull list yourself. Yes. So, will AI take over realtors? No, it's not capable, honestly, yet. So, what's the most important thing to remember before the test, like formulas, contracts, all that good stuff? The formulas, I think, is really what got me the first time. Yes, Anthony. So, what's the deal getting your property from the city? What's the deal getting the property from the city? Interesting. I don't know what that means, K-Dizzle, but how are you? Hope you're doing well, K-Dizzle. Cold calling, essentially? Yeah, cold calling, essentially, yes. Right. Yeah. So, unless you're in California, right. Good for California having no math. Good for California having no math, for sure. For sure, for sure. You know? But a lot of stuff too, the formulas, like the acreage calculations. Well, but the title's gonna take care of that stuff. Math errors, and like the lender's gonna take care of lender formulas and stuff like I don't, you know, I think that's a lot. You have an acre ballpark on lock. What? What does that mean? Do 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 do. Do ba 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 boo. 43,000 an acre. Yeah, right. Right, I know. That's true. But then what about all of the, on the Florida test too, there was the meets and how you do the plat mapping too, meets and bounds and all that stuff too. People, who people? It probably was me, wasn't it? But the plat mapping was awful. Meets and bounds, like on the test too. Yeah, but like it also was like make a legal description on a house that starts at, yeah. It was like make a legal description for a property on meets and bounds setting where it starts at this rock and then it goes this way and then it goes this way and this way. So then you actually have to memorize. You also had to memorize too in which directions you go in order for the legal description and all that. I'm just like, we're never gonna write a legal description from scratch. Right. So the Florida test is kind of, it's weird. It's funny you'd think, but Florida licensing on like all stuff is actually pretty extreme compared to other states. Like general contractor's license is way heavier than other states. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Right. But I remember it was like, it starts at this rock. And then also, what happens if the rock goes away? I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm not ever going to make up legal descriptions. Like, legal descriptions exist already. I'm not going to make up a legal description on a property. All right? Okay. Right. Okay, Alex, you can leave, I guess. We won't be too bad without you, I don't think. No need to have the mod. Mod's leaving, everybody. Don't say anything crazy, okay? Do 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 do. My phone needs to be charged. Goodness. Goodness. Happy Friday. Woo, Friday. We like Friday. That's today. Today's Friday. Woo. Starlink's doing good today, actually. It seems, though, that... do I wholesale in St. Louis? I wholesale in Florida, Massachusetts, Texas, Georgia, and North Carolina. But I have, as of today, I have opened up a team for nationwide dispositions if you need help dispoing a deal, getting rid of a deal. Do you wholesale in St. Louis? You're a buyer? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Did I miss you? Of course, Alex. Of course I missed you. Okay. Yeah. So, right. I don't source deals in those. Like, I source my own acquisitions deals in Texas, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Massachusetts. So I'm just in this live stream. Everyone is asking me for help to sell their deals. So I have a team to help sell other people's deals at this point now. So yeah. How long have you been? What are you buying in St. Louis? Are you buying flips? Are you buying rentals? St. Louis is a good market, for sure. For sure, for sure. Thanks for tapping the screen. Too. We like the tappy tappies. Definitely like tappy tappies. For sure. Ooh. Oh, goodness. And a go pop and a heart me too? Holy cow. I just noticed those. I just noticed those. So... dang. Alex, you came up today too. With me and my business partner. Talking about all of the new stuff that we did. But then I had a thought too. I was like, oh wait, then I changed my thought too. What was said about giving you some work? We're taking on more people. A buyer won $1 million property worth 1.5. ARV have to get it for 750 or not worth it. Right. Well, I mentioned it to you the other day. Buyers wants a property worth $1 million for 1.5. Let me check that math real quick. First off, 66. That's interesting. I think 66%. I guess that makes sense. I mean, you make what you want to make on it. 750 would give you 250. But also think too, $1 million. If you're a realtor, right, getting 3%, that's 30 grand. So, you know, that's 30 grand. I mean, obviously make as much as you can negotiate, but at the same time, make as much as you can negotiate, but don't get too greedy and turn away money if you got the buyer already. So yes, congratulations for sure. I agree with that. What state? You just finished your course. Got to take the test. That happens. That happens. Alex did too. And welcome back, Dion. Good to see you again. You're in Georgia. I just looked at your profile and I remembered you. Sorry. The period name didn't ring any bells, but then I saw you. Yep, good to see you too. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide thoughts. Provide my own thoughts on things. I've been good. Busy, keeping busy. Imagine the guy who said his realtor took 17. That's true. But he's talking about wholesaling a deal, not listing it, but still. Changed it till I finished locking in. Gotcha. You're going on silent mode. Silent mode. You're gonna rebrand and come out swinging. Yes. That's fair. It's a good plan. It's what Alex did, funny enough. It's actually what a lot of people do. You know what I mean? I know. It happens. I run across a lot of people on their path to rebranding themselves. Yeah. Alex was this dude. Before coming in here. Very proud. Very proud of Alex in many ways. In many ways. So. Fifth job. You need an AMG? Yeah. Yeah. I used to have lots of cars. Not lots of cars. I mean, there's a couple points where I had 2 cars, just for fun. But also, now I just have my truck. I don't know. I just have my truck now. I like my truck though. So, do I dabble with sheriff sales? Honestly, when it comes to buyers, investor buyers, like for them to be comfortable with that situation, like it kind of like it takes like a really it limits your buyer pool quite a bit on the sheriff sales stuff. It kind of scares some of the investor buyers off. So you're maybe looking at like 10% of investor buyers that don't care that it came from a sheriff sale, because yeah, that means like you gotta sell it to a real tough person that is not worried about what's gonna happen to the house after they buy it. So, look at the 2024 Lotus Emira. I like the Lotuses. Well, you've seen the Tesla Roadster, right? That's my dad's. He just got that like a couple weeks ago. So I don't really want a Lotus, because then it's close to what my dad has. I like them though. I like them. They're really nice. Exactly. It's an electric Lotus. That's why I wouldn't want a Lotus. But no, I really want an R8. I used to sell Audis. I was trained by Audi to test track drive R8s, and I've always really loved R8s, and I could drive them like a crazy person, you know. So I would get an R8, honestly. That would be my thing. So that's probably my next thing. So we gotta tap the screen and send me a heart me's so I can buy an R8. That's my strategy for an R8. What do we think of that? You'll fly out to Florida? Dang. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely leave it in Florida. I wouldn't take it to Texas, though. That's definitely a Florida car. For sure. So. And now we got Daisy in the house, too. Dang. Thank you for tapping the screen. Yeah. Man, I haven't talked to Daisy in like 4 hours. Thank you for the heart me. I haven't talked to Daisy in like 4 hours. I'm glad you're back around, Daisy. I missed you after 4 hours. Wow, what's with the disconnect? I know, Alex. I don't actually talk to you, but I talk about you. You know, to my business partner. But HUD assumable experience. I mean, HUD's kind of tough. What are you trying to do, Bo? What are you trying to do with it? HUD is tough for investors, so I don't know if you're an investor or what you're doing. So you're so tired, but you want to make it? I feel you. Kind of same here, too. All good things, yes. Yes, of course. You're finished them? Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Ivan. I will send them off to that team. Current loan has to be an ARC. Is that Q? Is that Q? No problem, no problem. What's my favorite color of brown eye? You know. Aspenvale. Hi, Q. Fridged the grin to bitch. I don't know what's your thing. What's your new thing? Spell it out with all the letters. So I can call you by your new name. Or do you just want me to call you Q still? Do you still want me to call you Q? Aspenvale? Daisy's just gonna keep talking Aspenvale. Do. HUD's your opposition, yeah. And that's what I was saying. I don't know what Q works. Okay, Q's easy. Yeah, so, I mean, right. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to do with the HUD property. It really depends on how it works. Section 184, time for refresh. Dallas, probably. Oh. Dallas. Hi, Dallas. I'm looking at Dallas. Forged in the grunge. I have opinions about him. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I don't know who that is. Can you tell me who that is? Two to four multifamily. In Dallas. Dang, Bo. That's a complicated question. You've been trolling him? Oh, cool. I mean, so my dad was a HUD director for several years. And actually, he was the HUD director for Wyoming. And of course, so Section 184 is definitely very relevant there. But I'm not entirely familiar with those types of programs. That's where your dad was a prisoner? Okay. You live in New York. Wholesaling here sounds way more competitive. Yeah, in New York City, I definitely agree. Big metros like that are definitely. You're good, Daisy. I'll just call you to wake you up again if I don't hear from you in a while. Just keep your whatchamacallit. Keep your ringer on. I'm just kidding. Assumable. So again, on investment purposes, I don't know how they are on investment purposes. And like transferability on terms that they've offered to one person are not always the same on what will offer to somebody new. They sometimes will treat it like that they are getting a clean slate again. Like those things don't transfer with property a lot of times. So that's it. Probably, it's a pretty complicated question. I mean, I can I can certainly ask him and get back to you if you want. Thank you for the TGIF. It is Friday. Happy Friday. I think I'm way behind on comments. Anyways, your dad's a prisoner. Interesting. Q. 2 siblings inherit a house. One wants to sell, one doesn't. Who wins? Have they done probate? They've done probate? Like, is it a estate? Is it a will? They have to resolve the conflict. I would involve an estate attorney. What state is it in? And I can recommend you an estate attorney. Hey, brother. Thank you for your help. 4 days back. I just sold property in profit. Nice, Jay. Sweet. Happy for you. 135. It's a good profit line for sure. They cannot sell. Is cap rate more important or value gained over time? It depends on the market, Tim. Depends on what market you're in. Like if certain markets, value gained over time, appreciation is going to be a more important driver than cap rate. Because some markets will drive a 12% appreciation year over year. So that's going to be more important than cap rate because 12 cap is, you know, some people will take negative cap rate in appreciating markets and just purely bank off appreciation. So it really depends on the market for sure. You're a general contractor in New York City. What path should you take towards real estate development, flipping? Flipping. If you're a general contractor, you have flips are the quick way to start, right? When you get into the other stuff, get your crews established through flipping, then you can expand to the development. But also, if it's not a consumer, right? It's a flip. It's on your own timeline. It's a safety net kind of thing in order to get your business all getting going, all that stuff. Yeah. I agree with Daisy too. One has to buy out. Wait, one has to buy out. Yeah, that's true. The siblings, yes. Hi, Todd. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Gen Con in New York City needs to niche down. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Of course, Jay. I appreciate it. I'm glad I was able to help. For sure. Drop some gifts in the chat. That's how you show the love. Drop some universes or galaxies or whatever's crazy. So, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like in California, you can't get cap rates like that because the appreciation is going so high. Thank you, thank you. 10% if you're lucky, for sure. Single TT, triple nets are trading 5 to 7. Sometimes appreciation can be 10%. So I guess personally, right. Hey, thanks for the creeper. Creepers too. That's cool. I like creepers. And more creepers. More creepers and dinghies and all that good stuff. I are not licensed. You're not licensed? That's okay. Oh my gosh. Alex recharged his coins, that's for sure. Do I like commercial assets or residential? I started in commercial when I got my license. And I've transferred to wholesaling investment properties, residential. I'm not licensed. I am licensed, actually. Yes. So it depends. Like, I like commercial multifamily. I think, obviously, office space. I have a lot of people that are doing. No, not a lot of people. I have a couple people that are having good luck on strip centers, like doing lipsticks on strip centers and like flipping them, which I think is cool. MLA. On MLA. I don't know what MLA is. I'm a licensed real estate agent. I'm not a lender. So. And I don't know. I'm licensed. Promise you. Actually, just funny enough, I did a listing today for a friend of mine. Randomly. It's like my first listing in like over a year. Because I normally don't do listings, but whatever. Whoa, Galaxy A, man! Look at that! Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. Holy Galaxy. Sweet. Thank you. Asking you shall receive. I'm glad that you made a lot of money. And I'm glad that my advice helped you. For sure. I am licensed. I really am. Been licensed for several years, so. Oh, mod finally. No. Alex muted them. What's the highest buyers buy? Percentage-wise? Depends on the area. I've like done 82% deal one time. But that's was a super nice area where they could get some a little appreciation too. They also banked on appreciation in that they thought it was going to take them like 8-9 months to renovate, and is a high appreciation area, so they figured that they could. No, we like Matt. We like Matt. How much is that? You're just gonna pin Matt stuff. Okay. Do. Meow. 82%. 82% of ARV. But again, that was they did 82% because they thought the house was going to appreciate 8% in the time that it would take to renovate it. That was their thought process, and it did actually happen that way. So, Maddie, hi. So really, 82 is 74% deal in their mind. That's why they did it, and it ended up working that way. So. Ew. Alex for the muting. No! We like mountains. We like Matt. We like Matt. Matt's great. Matt's the one that got the Joshua tree. I'm gonna make... You didn't mute him. I'm gonna make mountains a mod. If we aren't nice. You muted the doubter. Yes. Shoo. I can't believe I got a galaxy. That's awesome. That's my first galaxy. That's my first galaxy. Yeah. Sweet. Eee. Now it doesn't get muted. Okay, good. Oh yeah, he never changed. Right, you can't take Alex to dinner, and you didn't change the like renegotiate. You want me to retrade your seller? Is what you're asking, Ivan? We can probably retrade your seller. He probably knows better too, honestly. Dinner? Yeah, he just said he wanted to take you to dinner a few minutes ago, but he didn't even change the profile picture. No. What would I have to do? Just do a price change addendum, honestly, to your existing contract. So. Steak. Steak is steak. Steak is steak. Do it for the... I mean, I'm just over here doing it for the galaxies, so... You know. Okay. Understood, Ivan. Daisy, I had a CPA in here in LA, actually, that does real estate investment. I'm like, you know what? I've never had a CPA in here before. I think that's great. I think that's great. That probably should be in the circle for sure, because I hopefully tell people. He said the CPA said too that he was doing cost segs on people that had Airbnbs in order to draw against their W-2 income. So he seems pretty, you know, very investor friendly. He's got his own. He's got like a quadplex and stuff like that. So he sent some. He sent a Cupid's bow and arrow. Sweet. You need a good one. You need a good one? Hold on one second. Let me mute and go back to the DMs. It sounded exactly the way you wanted it to sound, Matt. For sure. But Alex, yes, be consistent on the follow-up about the steak dinner. Good for you. I agree with that completely. Where did this guy go? Oh, here. Bam. I sent you his profile, Daisy. Boop. Goodness. Checking my DMs. Well, now I think that, now that I got a Galaxy, what else do I need to do tonight on the live stream? I think I'm set. No, I'm just kidding. We'll keep going. You want to meet who? Me? You want to meet me? You want to meet Alex? Daisy's just like, cool. Salem, Oregon? Where? What? Why are you in Salem, Oregon right now, Alex? How could I get a home if you have credit under 6? Actually afford it after? Probably change location. Steak. I haven't had a steak in... I haven't had a steak in a while. I have a couple rentals, yes. And not a POS fixer-upper. Yeah, so they won't approve you on a... They won't approve you on a fixer-upper. They would approve you on a actual, like, a house that's does not need any renovations whatsoever. So hibachi, yeah, I like hibachi. There's a great hibachi takeout place here. So good. Like, not obviously it's just hibachi takeout, but it's actually like really good. It's still, you can get filet. I get filet and chicken takeout, but it's like $28 for the takeout, but it's really good though. I have 4. Oh, some Indian food. There's also a good Indian food place here too. Why are we talking about food so much? What are we doing? Why are we doing that? You'll pay? You're going to be here for my birthday. I thought you were taking me out for my birthday. What state? I'm in Florida. They're in Florida. I love Texas. There's a state that I might have better chances in. I think it'll be okay in Texas, honestly. Yes, a government loan. You live in Texas, yeah. Have you ever owned a house? Have you ever owned a house before? Would you be a first-time buyer? Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. No, renter all your life and you're 30. Okay. Gotcha. So then you would be a first-time home buyer then. So that actually helps you get some first-time home buying programs. that can help with down payment and so on and so forth. And a licensed mortgage lender would... No, he doesn't want to renovate, Daisy. He doesn't want to renovate. He just... You know, there is a link in my bio. There's a link in my bio, and I can set you up with a lender for sure. So... What tax credit can you get? First time homeowner, do I get anything related to business? Using it for business? Yes, so like you can rent an office space, but you need to have a clear designated room that is an office. And you just put like a little piece of paper on the door saying Matt's office, and that's enough. But yes, talk to a CPA, of course, because I'm not a CPA. But yes, like I bought the truck at the end of the year for taxes. It's in the business name, so. Oh, you don't mind renovating? No, so like if your problem credit, that they probably would not want you to do that. They probably would want you to have a completed house, like with everything really up to date, where you're not going to have any maintenance stuff upcoming. Because that's a risk to them. If you're buying a house that needs stuff, it's a risk for you to have the funds in order to do that. So they would want you to have like a house that's not going to have any, whatchamacallit. Is it worth it? Yeah, it definitely is. Best way about getting a loan on a barn dough. Are you building a barn dough or are you buying a barn dough? Are you building a barn dough or just buying one? Just buying an existing barn dough shouldn't really be... You're building one. It's tough. That's tough. You know. I have a lender that will do it. There's a link in my bio. And he can guide you through it. But it's going to be more expensive. Building rates are expensive, but... You already have the land? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. And you probably will need to do it in the business, right? It would need to be a business purpose, non-owner occupied, and then you refinance it, like buy it from the business once it's done, correct? Yes. Yep. But also, too, you can write off business interest too. So even if it isn't a business name, you can write off business interest too. So. But personal mortgage interest you can write off too. So. How often do you need HVAC work for properties that I sell? I sell them as is. No ACs, broken ACs. Just let it run and fly. Probably. Honestly, time falls. Here's what I am thinking for you. I would look into new build communities, new construction starter home communities. They're going to have lots of incentives too. That's probably the best thing. And you're in Texas, there's lots of those. There's lots of those. So, of course, I'm here answering questions. So, that's what I will do. So, but credit isn't the best. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. So, I mean, are you like a 620 plus at least? As long as you're 620 plus, you probably have a decent shot for sure. If I had 30K loan, 30K alone, what price range could I look at a purchase house in California? Alex, that's a you question. You're in California. I'm in Florida. No new build. Luis will, though. Luis will, Daisy. That's who I would send it to. I actually had that conversation with him. Actually, somebody else asked me about a barn dough the other day, and I texted him. I was like, what do you think about... And then he was like, yeah, we can do that. Okay. So, like, try to get to, like, a 640. Do some stuff to get to a 640. For the new guy. Oh. No new build? No, I meant like... I was talking about like a spec house from like... Go to a builder spec house wise. Why does my camera keep freezing today? Where they buy down the rate and do 0 down and do all the crazy stuff. That's kind of what I was thinking for him. New build guy. This is the 3rd time my camera's done this. Yeah. LTV would be 65. He makes money. We said. Well, but he has the land. He already owns the land, though. He already owns the land. Luis does 50% of the land. So they would count the land. Yeah. Right. Right. Woo! Cranking them. Cranking them out today. Cranking them out today. Isn't that fun? So there is a thing about real estate agents getting referrals on houses they sell. It's like a steering thing. They have to provide like 3 different people. So, yeah. Yeah. So if they're involved in the transaction, they can't point to anybody for a fee. Right. Right. It's not about you, it's about the agent. Yeah. It's not about you, it's about the agent. Yeah. That time. That time that you're about to pass out, or that time that what? That is the rule that will stick. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So, right. Yeah. I mean, I get it, but yeah. Can you wholesale a cow? You could try. Don't submit that on my site, though. That's for sure. Because I'm not going to wholesale a cow. But you could try for yourself. You got to fix the leg? Repairs are needed? So you're going to fully renovate the cow and then sell it wholesale? You might as well put it, if you're going to fix it, you might as well just put it on the retail market. There's no need to wholesale it. Costco does? Love Costco. We haven't talked about Costco in a while. I haven't gotten my Costco flyer in a while. Actually, either. You're going to make it pink? You're going to make your cow pink? Pink with green, lime green spots, I think, is a winner. Yeah. Pink with lime green spots. I think that would be the winner. I think it'll get you top of the market for your cow. For sure. God, no, don't put it on my site, please. I don't need cows on there. I don't need no cows. I'm not wholesaling cows. But Daisy, I had a guy submit 2 contracts in Ohio for me to sell. Daisy already. Okay. You're just kidding? You're not gonna ever leave me? Don't ever leave me. I can't handle it if you left, Matt. I can't handle it if you left me. Oh, wowza. I know. I know. I know. We'll see how many I know. I saw Matt's. He will never leave me. I appreciate that. I saw. And then we got. Who knows? Maybe we get some loan stuff too. We got a couple loan people talking to. Maybe. I don't know. You set your alarm to be here every day. Good. What time do I go on? I don't even know what time I go on. Has to be. Oh, you're just gonna keep pinning that one? Okay. That's good. We like that. At 8? Oh, okay. At 8, that's 8. Oh. Yeah, you're central, aren't you? My aunt's in Alabama, too. I always get that confused. It's funny, too, because she used to live here. You didn't mean that? You didn't mean you would never? You mean it's raining. New York? I mean, I can help. Wholesale your deal in New York? Yeah, I only care about when I get off, for sure. I don't really care about when I get on, but when I get off is the most important. Oh, you're being moist because it was raining. I think that one got auto-filtered out. Anyways, New York. I don't acquire deals in New York, but I can sell deals in New York that other people acquire. Oh, you, Alex and Matt are starting to mind meld, saying the same things. Holy cow. What's happening? Is it destiny? Are you two meant to be together? Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say, Alex, is where's the steak? See, I do want a cow. The pink and green cow. I don't know if it's holy. I think the holy cow would be a gold cow. Yeah, I'll take a gold cow. Pure solid gold, 1,000-pound plus cow. I'll take one of those. For sure. You're truly struggling to get approval because of a delinquency for college, but it wasn't a loan. Really? I gotcha. Okay. What part of... Well, if it's my understanding, they shouldn't be looking at college. So this is probably more of a Daisy thought process too. That I'm not a licensed mortgage lender. I'm an agent, but I'm quick-witted. Yeah, they shouldn't be looking at student loans. Are kind of not super have a lot of credence anymore in credit reporting. So was it a judgment? How do I like my steak? Medium. They do? Oh. Tell them that. So it was a student loan. Defaulted student loan. If you still owe. Interesting. Well, I mean, I'm not a licensed mortgage lender, and I don't know. What I would maybe think about doing is refinancing it with a company that will reinstate it, and you can choose to do what you want after that. So. Oh. So they did like a collections on you, then, is what you're saying? You can get a paid to delete with the collections agency. Thank you for the corns and all the gifts. Appreciate it. If it's with a collection, well, even no matter who it's with, you can do a paid to delete. But she says the college itself. Like with the creditor. Has no one told you that? Has no one said that before? Because that's kind of like a thing they should have told you. Yeah. Yeah. I would contact the creditor, ask for a pay to delete, and then it'll go away. Yes, any question? You'll be back? Okay, Alex. It's just a collections. Yeah, 35%. You can still negotiate a settlement. You can negotiate a settlement amount, like, and a pay to delete at the same time. So it's not like pay in full to delete, or you can do a settlement, accepted settlement amount, negotiate a settlement amount, like paid for less than full balance, and delete. If it's over 2 years, yeah, then it should drop off. Well, no. But that won't... Is it 2 years that it drops off? No, it's 7 years that it drops off. Off the report completely. I don't know. I would still consider doing a pay to... settle less than full balance and pay to delete. So that would be my recommendation to fix all that, and it'll be over with, and you can get a house. So it doesn't count. The debt doesn't count outside of 2 years. I gotcha. On the lending side. Oh, you started a payment plan. Gotcha. So that's keeping it active, though. Are you actively paying on it? Because that's keeping it active every month, too. You can still reach back out to them and say the same thing. Settle, full balance, pay to delete. Even if you've been making payment plan. Because they do want their money. You know what I mean? Well, we're not quite at 2 years, October 24. But I think the payment plan is keeping it active, though. Right? If there's activity on it. Oh. But also, I don't know what it means. I mean, Daisy's better with what it means to a mortgage part than I am, for sure. So. Correct. Right. Right. Yes, the payment plan is keeping it active. Right. But you still should be able to settle. They told you to do that when you got your first pre-approval? Well, I don't know if that was good advice. I'll be honest with you that. Right. I don't know. That was not good advice because you literally just activated it. I'm sorry. You're receiving 32K boot on a 402K property. How much of it is taxable? Is it, what kind of property? Is it your primary? How long have you owned it? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Young, dumb, making mistakes with monies is really not a bad... That's just part of life. Don't feel bad about it. Not a primary. You've owned it for 13 years. Separate state property. Well, I'm not a CPA. I'm not a CPA, but is it already gone? They said 32K. I don't even know if it's worth doing 1031 on, really, but maybe. You're in the process. There's like, you can do a hedged 1031. Are you going to replace it with something? You can do a hedged 1031. Like kind is 1031. Like kind is 1031. So if you don't have something, you're supposed to do it where it happens immediately, right? Yeah. It's supposed. So, like you're supposed to, as you sell the first one, you're supposed to have something lined up to replace it, but hasn't been helpful. Yeah. But you can do a hedge 1031, in which basically the hedge fund acts as an intermediary, and technically it's like them doing the 1031. So then it gives you a little bit more time to make your moves and stuff like that. He was saying it could be intent for future. I mean, yeah. The timeline. There's a timeline. Because there's a timeline. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You need someone to hold the money as a hedged 1031. That's what I'm saying too. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Disperse? Yeah, so Szymanski, hedged 1031. Look for a hedged 1031. Is like would be the company to hold it. Doesn't count. For burst? Yeah. That's what I would, yeah. Hedged 1031. So if you to not hold the money, again, you need it set up where the things happen immediately. Utilities don't. Do you think it seems like the real estate process hasn't been modernized over the decades? It's so difficult, John. It's so difficult. Everything's so archaic. All real estate systems are so archaic. That's the problem. And they don't integrate with anything. And like most things like block AI bots and most, that's, yeah. So I don't think, I think some hybrid of iBuying and there's always going to be some real person involved because it's real estate too. There's always going to be some real, even in the open door models, there's still real people involved in it. Yeah. Right. It's too, yeah. Because there's also just things that those models can't accommodate for, which is why Open Door had a serious loss. Like Zillow had a iBuying program that they collapsed that like lost them tons of money. Like it was a big loser money wise. So welcome back, Alex. Right. It's got to be a system that involves people too. It just won't work, sadly. It's been tried, but it just can't happen, sadly. Oh, what do you slide into Mountains' DMs? Interesting. connections being made in my live streams. BRB, are you going to the DMs? Sweet. No one's in my DMs. No one's in my DMs. Oh, you didn't actually do it? Same? Zane? Oh, yes, the gas prices. Alright, I posted a TikTok, sorry. I posted a TikTok. How much is a Galaxy? Is it like $100? How much did they give me? I'm curious. I don't remember. You think it's 10? I don't think it is 10, actually. I think it's 100. That's 1,000 coins. Oh, okay, so it is $10. Okay. Never mind. Dang it. Ruining my hopes and dreams. That was still nice. I should have asked for something that was more. Damn it. The guy made $135,000 off of me. He only sent me $10. That's messed up. Yep. Oh well. Lessons for the next time. Lessons for the next time. All good. Yeah, I know. That was on YouTube. It doesn't even show on YouTube where things happen. I don't even know how things happen. I don't know how many people watch my YouTube. The analytics on the lives are not great. Tank, 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 tank. Yeah. Cheetah's 15K. Okay. Cheetah. Interstellar. What's the Interstellar? That's what I meant instead of Galaxy. Leah Lyons 34K. Yeah, that's like $300. The Interstellar is like, how much is the Interstellar? Or do I only have access to Interstellar at my gifting level? Is it a level thing? Oh, tap the screen. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. You're sitting at Interstellar right now? Matt? Boy, don't make me do things. Don't make me do things for that. You don't know what I'll do for an Interstellar. I don't even know if you want to know. A stars is $39.99. Oh, I think. Where's the or did they get rid of a? I can do a premium shuttle at level 30. Is 20,000. TikTok universe. Okay. Commercial real estate license should be different than residential. Yeah, I mean, I think mostly a CC. I think honestly, commercial should probably be a nationwide. There's too many people that do interstate commercial brokerage, too, in my mind. So. Who's GMO? Oh, sorry. Filling up your real estate course. Alex. You're not pinning comments good. Finishing up your real estate course. What's some advice you can give a future agent? Then your next step is going to be is to find a good brokerage to sign up with. So, and yes, what were you doing before? Yes, Alex agrees with me to talk to brokerages next. Find your perfect TikTok. Find your perfect brokerage first. Wee. Talk. Yes, lots of talking. Interview lots of them. See who you like. See who you're gonna fit with. See who's gonna work with you. 3 times. Spam. It thinks you're spamming. Is there not an interstellar anymore? Shows you how long it's been since I've been throwing crazy gifts out there in the world. A lot of stuff is new. Try lowercase. Oh, maybe all the caps are doing it. Anyways. Yes. Well, it is. Well, that means that I like them if they give me good commission splits and support. That's why I would like them. That's the only reason I would like them. I mean, I guess personality maybe, but still. Talk. Yeah, because I did a listing today. I talked to my broker for the first time in a while. He's like, do you want to start doing, I'm doing like a local Airbnb and VRBO alternative, like $500 a listing to set it up. Do you want to help me with that? I was like, nope. No, I don't. No, thank you. No, thanks. I'm good, actually. Yes, they'll all offer to. Right. Boom. I'll do that. Dude, how do I do SEO? Make it sound great, the bait and switch. Yeah, I think because you should technically be licensed real estate agent for property management thing too. Because a real estate, I mean, at least that's how it is in Florida. If you're licensed real estate, you're also licensed property management. So, right. So, you done SEO on all of it? Really? Yeah. I mean, Alex, did you? Like, I don't know why. Oh. Listing and getting booked 80%. Ow, that's a awesome occupancy rate, honestly. That's a very high occupancy rate. Like, a lot of people are shooting in the 30 to 60 range, so. It's very good, actually. What? Why doesn't he like you anymore? Yes, let's talk about it. Well, yeah, because you're not doing short-term rentals. So he's not responding. Just go, did you get a sign yet? Just go put your sign in the yard. Yeah. Just go put your sign in the yard. It is normal, right? Real estate investors, you know, they're just all over. Hasn't even opened the DocuSign too. Yeah, that's true. Right, give it right back. Thanks, Jonathan. Good to see you again. If we want to rent condos, buy condos, rent them, DSCR or conventional. If you're going to rent them out, well, I would say it. What's the HOA and the condo association say? If you can do it in LLC, if the condo association lets you do it in an LLC, then do it in an LLC for sure. Otherwise, then you have to do it in your personal name, and that kind of answers that question for you. But liability's sake, you want it all in LLC. LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, so it's safer. Working? You're busy working. What do you mean you're busy working? That's good. We like working. That's true. That's fine. Just keep at it. Keep at it until he tells you to fuck off. Keep at it until he says no or fuck off. If he hasn't said no or fuck off, then he hasn't said no or fuck off. So why would you stop? So. 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Yeah. The update is there's no update, yes. I feel you. Working. I feel you working. I'm working too. He did join the live. He joined the live. I think he scrolled through the live. I don't think I don't think he sat in here, did he? The client, yes. That's what he's talking about, is the client. The client. Yeah, I thought about the... If you're scrolling through lives, though, it auto-joins. Right. If you're scrolling through live, it auto-joins, though. So. But actually, I did talk to... I don't know. If either of you talk to him, ask him about his multis, because now that I've expanded nationwide dispositions, then I would actually look at them again. Again, the two people that I sent it to didn't respond to me, but now I can do it with my team, I guess. I talked to the one guy about it, and he's like, yeah, I mean, I guess. But... yeah. But he didn't really provide enough. Again, you are right. His dad's the one that has all the information on the multifamily units. So, like, I don't even have enough information really to go through. Yeah. 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 All good. You'll just keep scrolling through the lives. So. Come back around. They come back around. So. Well, yeah. It's really fun and easy to buy stuff. It's a lot harder to actually sell it. There's this one guy. I probably made this joke already. See, that's what is supposed to happen, Matt. What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to see my face and be like, oh, this guy. You know what I mean? But that's good that Junior did give us the info, because Leslie Rose didn't cost but Zane's friendship. Yeah. What? My friendship? I don't know. I think we all became better friends out of that experience. I don't know. Yeah. I think that was the true benefit of that scenario, is that we all became better friends in the process. So, what do we think of that? JK LOL? What? What do you mean JK? Buying, not selling? Right, buying. So I have one client, his LLC is called the buying company. And so I always make a joke, well, he's just buying them. He's not actually going to fix them. You know what I mean? There's no... And he's not actually going to flip them. Or he would be called the flipping company, not the buying company. So... But actually, it's funny, like, with him, I think 4 houses that I sold him, he bought them, and then he just, like, collected them, and he sold them in a package of 5. So, like, 4 houses that I sold him, he sold in a package of 5, and I was kind of like, I texted him about it, and I was like, what? Where did the other house come from? He, like, repackaged them right now, which I thought was interesting on that particular scenario, but the package came back to me because somebody wanted me help selling it. And he's like, what do you mean? Someone wanted your help selling it. I'm like, yeah, it got back to me because I'm the guy. He's like, I guess you're right. But I'm like, so where did the other one come from? Where did the other one come from? You know? Yeah. Right. Licensed realtor too? Or just licensed MLO? But at the same time too, Dad's got to be too busy to take on residential listings like that, right? Storage units and laundromats? Storage units. Storage units. Storage units are a lot less maintenance even than laundromats. Dually, Well, I just thought MLO. But McDonald's or Burger King? Not for his portfolio. Yeah, right. For the fix and flip stuff, you know what I mean? I would think still. McDonald's or Burger King's? Okay. Yep, I got, whatchamacallit, I got 22 more minutes, so. McDonald's or Burger King? So, I don't know. So I like that, I go to McDonald's more often, but Burger King, I like the Impossible Whopper. I like the Impossible Burgers a lot. And their fries are better, too. So. Steak is cooking right now. Dang, Alex, you're leaving just as Matt's cooking your steak. You can have it. You can have it for breakfast in the morning, Alex. How about that? Send me a pic. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Tenderize it. Beat the meat down first. Yes, of course. Of course, Alex. Yes. Of course, of course. Of course, of course. Boo, 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 boo. Yep. Just throwing those out. You know what I mean? Oh, just think Daisy, don't think me. Only at Daisy. Just kidding. That stays between us. Oh, goodness. There's no me to at. How about I send a smiley face, then you can add me. Or sad face. Your guys, of course. I got a contractor who's going to help me look at that house, maybe do a wholesale deal on it. Okay. That's a good idea. You spoke with the owner of one of my accounts yesterday. Oh, that's good. Was that a good combo? Was that a good combo? Do. Yeah, it's not too big of a deal. It's just like a, because you're not, I mean, don't go too far. Just like ballpark, right? Because the reality is, it's like no one's. It's a point of negotiation on deals. So, your buyer's going to be like, no, I don't think they're going to. Whatever number you give is they're going to try and negotiate it to get a lower price. So. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff in one bucket. But it sounds like they're investors though, which is probably good for your thing. And a Remax. Oh, Remax. Are Remaxes still worth money? Like the franchise is still worth money? That's kind of, man. I didn't say it. You said it, but that's what I wondered. If that franchise is, like long ago, Remax franchises were big money. Big money. The franchise held its value. I don't even know if that's the case anymore. Holy cow. That was quite a yawn, but sorry, y'all. Don't mean to pass that on. I hope I didn't pass that on. I got 18 more minutes. Bell. A salary job or owning a car wash business? I'd say own a car wash business. That's just me. Sounds more fun to me. You can expand it, make it go crazy, make it go crazy. Salary job is a structured, not in control of your destiny. Like someone else is in control of your destiny. Car wash business, you can hire more people, expand it, make it bigger, open up a brick and mortar, like an actual physical location. You can make it all that you could ever want. Whereas salary job is dependent upon a bunch of other people making decisions about your destiny for you. And now they're syndicates? Oh. Kind of like the EXPs and stuff? Yeah, that's my thought. What are you doing now, Dree? What you doing now? Thanks for popping in the chat. I appreciate that too. Good question. I mean, that's just my opinion. I hope it doesn't dissuade you anyway. Manage a restaurant? Okay. Gotcha. Very cool. Been doing that a while. Is car wash something like you're passionate about? Or is car wash just something that you think that you can do to make your own money kind of thing? Because if you're in the restaurant business, then, you know, I would keep in your knowledge base a little bit, maybe. Like food truck kind of thing, maybe. Unless you just don't want restaurants. And I get a lot of people are like that too. That are in restaurants, they want to go completely away from restaurants forever and ever. So, try to buy the car wash van. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Work to achieve your dreams. I'm all for it. I think that's awesome. And you want to do real estate too? Nice. Mobile car wash? Yeah. It's like, it's nice to do. I like mobile car washes. Like, for instance, the truck is sitting, I'm at my office, the truck is sitting there, right? Like, wash the truck. At my old office building, they had a guy that would come. This is a much larger office park than this. This is a little bit smaller of an office park, but at the larger office park, they had a guy that came. That was really nice. I like that a lot. So that's an idea for you, right? Like a large shared office building, go talk to the front desk and just be like, hey, I'll come this day, will you like send out an email to everyone in the building? So, yeah. You use the homeless to wash your car? Okay. Yeah. You could hire somebody once you get the washing thing going, then yes, hire someone to take over the van and then do some real estate. Build your empire. You have the ideas in your head already, so that's the biggest hurdle for most people, is even having the thought process to do it all. To buy an apartment, start that way. Yeah. That's requirement, and doing a lot of real estate investment stuff is to own your primary residence first. So, yeah. You have a lot of things in your head. I believe you, Matt. I believe you. But you share your thoughts on your TikTok. So, good thoughts on you too. You've got some good thoughts too, Matt. So, very inspirational. Very inspirational stuff. Oh. Very inspirational thoughts, Matt. That's AI? No. You don't bully people. Well, User the other day. You bullied User the other day. No. Guru? Wait, what? Someone you recommend to open an LLC? Do the LLC yourself. Go to the State Department whatever state's commerce, whatever state you're in, the commerce website. There's lots of easy walkthrough instructions there. And then to get the AIN number, it's on the IRS website. Again, easy instructions to do it yourself. So, the videos the other day in the boxes. Oh yes, those ones. I got you. I remember that now. Well, open an LLC for the open the LLC for the car wash thing for sure. Yes. And then make sure you have a yes, CPA too. Good point, Daisy. Good point. Yes. Don't use Prime. Don't use Prime on what? Like on OpenArt? But for real estate, you'll want to do things in an LLC. Not your primary house, but... Oh, yes. Right. Doing it yourself. It's overpaying. It really is not... The websites, like the state commerce website and the IRS websites are very easy to use. So, it's not... It's just people trying to make money off of doing something very simple because they make it seem like it's complicated. So, oh, you want to buy the apartments for rent? Do you own your primary? You'll need to own your primary residence first before you do that. Right. Yes. So it just depends on the apartment, the condo association. Some of them don't allow corporate ownership, LLC ownership in the condo community. So, but also you won't want to buy in one of those communities anyways, because they're probably gonna have lots of rental restrictions and anything like that. So, but primarily an LLC because it keeps if you got other stuff too, like the car wash, mobile car wash business going, you don't want them to, like if someone slips and falls at the condo, you don't want them to take your car wash business also. Yes. Right. It like makes little walls. That's what LLC stands for, is limited liability company. So it just makes a wall. It makes a wall between you and everything else. So same thing, car wash, you personally, like also if you start paying yourself out of these things too, then that's you. You're personally have assets then, right? So if, again, someone slips and falls at your condo, then they can't come after your personal stuff. And even car wash, like if you washed a car so hard that the car exploded, and then they couldn't come after anything but the car wash business for the damages that you caused by making the car explode. So, you know. Most people don't know what to do with it in terms of their income. Yeah, the taxes, filing the taxes on LLCs is certainly something that you should work with an accountant on, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. They may let you convert. It just depends on the mortgage company. So, is it you or somebody else that said the rate wasn't good? You'd probably be able to get a better rate refinancing it, honestly, Matt. So, I don't remember. There's so many people talking about rates. I can't remember everybody's rates. There's so many people talking about their rates and stuff. 8-minute countdown, everybody. 8 minutes left to go. It's the final countdown. Boo-boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo. Boo-boo-boo-boo-boo. Thank you for liking live. Call yourself a business. Yes. Paying yourself through LLC, you don't have to file a sole proprietor. Yeah. Yeah. Call yourself a business instead. Well, yeah, if you're in California too. I mean, I'm in Florida, so, you know, we don't have state income taxes in Florida. So it's a little different, but yeah, that's one thing. So, Jess of the Butterfly Flam, interesting. Yes. 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 It's best to align yourself as much as a business as you can be if you're in business. Random question. Does my lender provide me leads? I'm not a lender. Like, what do you mean? I'm not a lender. I do wholesale real estate. I provide my lender leads. There's a link in my bio. Are you a lender? What kind of lending do you do? Are you in the butterfly fam, Jess, or you just like the butterfly? Do. Do. Ba 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 ba. Do or not. No, it's not the same person. It's not. That's a different thing. That's a TikTok live thing from somebody else. So, yeah, it's a TikTok live thing. Yeah. That's all. That's all. I think as soon as I said I do wholesale real estate, Jess just moved on though. I think that's what happened. Jess was like, oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. But also I mentioned I giving out lender leads, so I don't know why. If I was Jess, I would have probably stuck around and asked about that, but whatever. Or Jess was like, oh, he's already got his shit together. Let me just move on. Ain't gonna get nothing out of him. Ain't gonna get no loans out of him. You know? That's okay. That's okay. We don't gotta give nothing. I'm more like... Yeah. 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 Your guess is as good as mine, yeah. I don't know. Whatever. It's still engagement. It's still a comment. Helping my algorithm. Thank you. Oh, I was looking at the wrong time thing. I got 8 more minutes. Because my YouTube took 8 additional 4 minutes to start. So my YouTube has been going 4 minutes longer than the TikTok. Okay. Anywho. Oh well. Oh well. I also realized the reason that the YouTube took so long is that my mic wasn't connected. So I'll have to go back through the YouTube recordings to see if I was just on screen without a working mic. On that channel. That may explain some things, but you never know. Whatever. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows? Yeah. Like, so for what? How many weeks I've been doing that? How many weeks I've been doing it? Almost 2 weeks now. Maybe just probably on YouTube with no sound. Right. Right. It's okay. It's all good. All the magic happens on TikTok. All the magic happens on TikTok anyways. You know? All the magic happens here. But it really doesn't even show me... It doesn't show me who's on there or anything. Nothing. If there's just someone sitting there watching me, nothing. I don't even know. So. Tap the screen, tap the screen. Yeah, no one... It doesn't show me on there if anyone's tapping the screen. Nothing. Actually, it does show that, so. Tap, tap. Tappy, tappy, tappy. Do, 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 do. Do, boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. It's pretty exciting that I got 2 houses to wholesale nationwide in the first day of that system. That's a positive mood thing. Haha. I don't know why I'm not asleep, because we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes to go. Do 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 do. Thank you for the rose. Doopa 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 da 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 da. Oh my goodness. So I wonder if everything worked correctly, though. Did it actually send them through? Oh, I don't see nothing. Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh well. Oh wait, am I in all my... Where did it go? Did he actually? I wonder if it went through. Where is that thing? Where does it go? I live in Florida. Daisy lives in California. Alex lives in California. And Mountains lives in Alabama. Where do you live, Dree? Did we already ask that? No, we didn't actually. Oh, the automation isn't... Oh my gosh. I didn't turn the notification on. Oh well. No wonder it didn't notify me. Well, good thing I looked at that. You're in Florida too? I'm in Fort Myers. What part? It's not on. I want automation on. My automation successfully ran. Did it actually successfully run? Let's check it. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Cool. In Miami. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm just in Fort Myers, just right across the alley, for sure. 700 plus prime at $2,200 a month, 20% DTI credit limit. $2,200 a month is your income. Personal loan, I'm 22 in Texas. Cool. What part of Texas? Am I wasting your time focusing on market deals? I think that you gotta grind through a lot of on-market deals to get a yes out of them. So you're in Dallas, cool. I'm thinking of moving to Dallas, half the year. Cool, cool. Yeah. And you gotta, you just gotta think on market. My opinion on market deals is you gotta be a better negotiator than all the real estate investors that have already seen that deal. So, I mean, it's good if you are, but I don't know if you are. So, it's just, you know, you gotta negotiate a better deal than all the other real estate investors that have seen it. So, hey, Harry, how are you, my friend? I admire you, Harry. I admire you. I'm trying to be really regimented, Harry. If I'm honest. You're the man. Harry Gold is just one of those guys. I am actually on I'm also on YT. Let me get off of YT just because it's you. I'll get off of YT just for you.